Are we alive?
In the middle of the street, then I pretend he's mine to keep. Cars are running fast on both
Are
sides
we here?
of his head, his eyes they closer, closer. I
My
when the sun
my
was
Wi-Fi
down, the
fucking
bar
crashed.
we both
But
had no
I'm a big girl.
my face beneath the street.
So I pressed a button for 5 seconds and now it's back.
Reveals what it
Oh my god.
my people see. Closer, closer.
I was literally just about to change the music. Wah! Yeah, as you can see, my everything crashed. Not really crashed, my everything just like didn't get internet and started being very confused. So I'm gonna, yeah, it literally died on me. I don't think my internet is used to someone streaming on. I mean, it is. It actually completely is. I don't know why it's been crapping itself. We might need to get a new modem because we haven't done anything to our Wi-Fi maintenance-wise since we got it. I'm not techie. My brother's a tech guy, and I'm the younger sibling, so he hated any time I did anything at all that he could do better and faster. So I don't know anything about electronics.
Are you hurt?
Let me
Did you speak to her? By the look on your face, I'm assuming you've come to understand the wonder medicine all too well. Yeah. Be it VASH or the Mutual Aid Society, forces like that can take full advantage of the typical underworld state of mind. Let me tell you a story. There was once a brilliant overworld doctor with unmatched pharmaceutical skill. The doctor was set on developing a medicine that would steel the human body against the cold. He named his research project Blizzard Immune. His research, as such, naturally, I think you know. Issuing free medicine to the needy was just Vash's way of conducting experiments on his test subjects.
Damn.
On some level, his reagents were able to alleviate the patient's suffering, but nothing more. They would forget their pain for a while and neglect their regular treatment plans. The result? Patients with mild illness would attribute their recovery to the so-called wonder medicine, while patients with serious illness would quickly deteriorate, and sometimes die. I cannot accept that their fate was simply the result of misfortune or risk. No true doctor would accept that. That's why I want you to help me recover all the wonder medicine. Are you willing to take on this assignment?
Fuck.
Thank you. This will be hard for the people that have come to rely on the wonder medicine. You
Too bad.
mustn't hesitate. Recover every last reagent that Vash left behind.
Okay.
Go. I'll be waiting for the...
Cool. I still keep pressing space. I'm like, I'll be able to jump eventually. Yeah, I want to jump so bad. Suppose.
Stop right there. Oh, wait a minute. You're that clinic woman's lackey, aren't you? She's after our medicine and sent you here to smash the place, right? Men, look lively and send this idiot packing already.
Y'all about to have a bad time. Y'all about to learn what a bad time really is.
Nap time. I have something for you.
You won't get away.
Target threat index lowered. Hide.
Enemy target.
Boom. Easy.
One step
GG.
closer to the stars.
Well, look who we have here. Your reputation precedes you, outsider.
Ew.
I didn't take you for a bandit and a thief.
Well, here I am.
You listen here. I'm the president of the Complex Illness Mutual Aid Society. The medicine we hold here is lifeblood for many of our members.
Oh yeah, Himiko? Yeah.
Those poor patients. Along comes a life-saving wonder medicine, only to be snatched away by a shameless bandit like you.
I'm gonna slit your throat and be
The
happy
underworld is
about
full
it.
of
I mean,
sickness. What
I...
would happen if we left it all to that clinic to treat? My mutual aid
am
society
going to
has
be a
relieved
hero
that
of justice
doctor of
and
patients
kill
at the
you.
end of the road. Shouldn't she be thinking?
This is my least favorite NPC so far. I'm all about being mean to NPCs who are bad people.
Seems like you are quite bent on dismantling our operations, aren't you? Fine, seeing as you came all this way, it'd be rude not to give you the opportunity. Men, seize the medicine thief.
Technically there's a Paimon. His name is Pom Pom. I love him.
Stay back, Clara.
Enemy data secure. Net markers activated. Time for a good old counterattack.
You won't get away. Guess you still don't understand. Humanity never conceals its desire to control the heavens, and I'm no exception.
Nap time.
Rah.
Annihilate.
Ready for another?
Die. And that's how it's done.
Blast it! What did we ever do to you? Why are you taking away our moneymaker?
Moneymaker? So you admit it then? You're not in this to save lives, you're in it to get rich.
What are you doing here? Oh, as if we didn't have enough trouble already.
Selling fake medicine with false kindness. You should have expected trouble to find you sooner or later. I have a responsibility to protect the well-being of my patients. Or to put it another way, I must eradicate any and all threats to them.
You can't save everyone. The underworld is teeming with sickness. How could you possibly pull it off?
You're right. I can't save everyone alone. But if I must, I would sacrifice food and sleep to treat them. The debt that Vash owes to the underworld rests with me.
So stubborn. In that sense, you're no different from your crazy brother.
I'll take that as a compliment. Thank you. Your actions today have saved many underworld families.
Oh yeah.
I'll find a way to dispose of Vash's
I love the
leftover
teddy bear so
relations.
much.
Next time the Mutual Aid Society wants to whip up a quack cure, they'll be out of luck. Let's go back to town. I still owe those patients an explanation.
Cool.
Burn away! You won't get away.
I want to protect everyone too. Help me, Mr. Thor.
Just a little something. Think nothing of
Thanks. I'll never forget you.
it. Naughty child. Nap time.
Eliminating threat. Mission command.
One step closer to the stars. Burn away!
That'll take
Enemy
more than
data
medicine.
secure. Net markers activated. Time for good old
Yeah,
counter.
Pella go. Yeah, Pella go. Yeah, Pella go.
Commencing support.
Perhaps
Come
you
on.
still don't. Humanity never conceals its desire to control the heavens, and I'm no exception.
Ready for
Yeah.
another?
Yeah.
Fancy a coffee?
It looks like the patients have surrounded Natasha.
What are you saying, Doctor? The
Correct. That medicine is a wolf in sheep's clothing. Wildfire has cut off the supply chain. Your ailments need rational, scientific treatment. Relying on pseudo-medicines will only worsen your condition.
rational and scientific, huh? The way I see it, you're just jealous you lost your patient.
How dare you speak to Dr. Natasha like that? Where are your manners?
Man, please, think for a moment. How can you still be siding with her? That wonder medicine was working fine.
I understand your anger, but as your doctor, I ask you to trust my judgment. I will find a way to access more medical resources and help you through your struggles. If I must, I'll get help from the surface.
The surf. I almost forgot that you were an overworld big shot.
Have some respect for Dr. Natasha.
If it's respect she wants, she better find a replacement for the wonder medicine fast. If not, I'll come out of here.
I wish you all a journey that is free of illness.
Oh, you're here. I apologize. That must have made for uncomfortable viewing.
Nah, it was fun. I wish I had popcorn.
Don't let your emotions get the better of you. If I were in his shoes, I might well have had the same reaction. Now I need to focus on treating the patients and dispelling their doubts. Let's leave it for now. I'll feel a lot better once I've gotten rid of this mess that Vash left us. Now's as good a time as any to tell you Vash's whole story.
Yeah.
If there's anything you want to know, don't hesitate to ask. No, but I used to think we were so close that we may as well have been. I, actually grew up in the orphanage. It wasn't until I was adopted by an overworld family that life changed for me. My adoptive mother always saw me as her own flesh and blood. And Vash loved me like a sister. That is why.
Fucking help.
Young.
Everyone keeps asking me that.
My
At
adoptive
some
parents
point,
belonged
I'll
to a
stream Lethal
prominent
Company
medical
at some
family.
point.
As kids, we were exposed to all
Rex
kinds
wants
of
to play
medical
with me,
tests.
and I
When we were
know
older, both of
that
us got
my
straight
other
into
friends
Balabog's
really
medical
want to
school.
play.
We were on a path into the medical profession. He was gentle and introverted. But when it came to work, he could be incredibly obsessive, like a completely different person. Whenever I made a mistake in an experiment, he'd
I want to
bite my
get
head off.
the Flesh
A while
Imposter
later,
mod
he'd apologize and
really
comfort
bad.
me. He was
Because I think it'll be super
way.
fun.
I didn't know he had leftover reagents in Rivet Town. I was shocked when you told me. If you fail to make a clean break with the past creeps up on you. That's a long story. Ever since he was little, Vash had always wanted to develop a medicine
Working
called
flesh
blizzard
boy.
immunity. He saw the human body's vulnerability to cold as a disease, and wanted to cure it so that humanity could survive the eternal freeze. If he succeeded, people would be able to leave Belobog and rebuild their homes in the snow plains. I do admire his vision and perseverance, even though blizzard immunity always seemed unachievable to me.
Yeah.
I knew his research in the overworld wasn't
It
going
sounds
well.
silly.
I used to write to him and ask him to come down and stay with the kids in the orphanage for a while. I thought it might help take his mind off his research. But I was too young to know what long-term frustration could do to a person. It changed him in a terrible way. During his stay in the underworld, he met patients affected by fragmentum corrosion with mild symptoms. Compared with non-patients, their bodies reacted differently to hot and cold. And
Layla!
fascinated Vash. He began to simulate mild fragmentum corrosion, thinking that it could lead to breakthroughs in developing blizzard immunity. Those reagents of his aren't cure-alls for critical illness. That doesn't exist. Vash made the reagents to mitigate the suffering of his patients in the short term. A convenient way for him to observe changes in his test subjects. But behind my back, he had been doling out the reagents to residents who were kept in the dark. When it finally struck me that something was wrong, his terrible research had already turned him into a madman.
now just huddled up in her favorite thing in the world, which is plastic. Threw up a hairball. And so so she gets scared. She gets scared when she's about to throw up. So I had to run after her. And she ran into the bathroom, which was perfect because I immediately chucked that bad boy into the bathtub. And she just chucked up that hairball. It was massive. It was like a big log of hair. But it was in the bathtub, so all I had to do was like rinse it so that it wasn't gross. And I picked it up with a paper towel and I threw it in the trash. That was good. Yeah, Gigi cats always get scared when, like, they're about to throw up, which I understand. Because, like, when I was a kid, I always, like, got so terrified when, I was about to throw up. I remember when I was 10 years old, I had no clue what to do because I hadn't thrown up often. And I was throwing up, and my mom literally just had to catch it in the palm of her hand. Oh, poor baby girl. I'm gonna have to give her a treat later.
Indeed. And it all happened under my nose. How ridiculous.
My big baby. She's like
My
14,
judgment
15
was
years
clouded
old
by
now.
Trust in a loved one. When his experiments were exposed, I spent a long time with Oleg discussing how to handle the aftermath. This was shortly before the underworld was sealed off. There were hardly any Silvermane guards remaining. We spent ages trying to find a way to handle Vash. In the end, Oleg suggested that we banish him and permanently deny him access to the underworld. Had his victims found out the truth, Vash would have been torn to pieces by furious underworlders. I was young and weak at the time. Oleg must have worried about how I'd react to such a scenario, or he wouldn't have suggested banishment. I hope so. The day I learned the truth was the day I no longer recognized my brother. Oleg and I took Vash to the overworld. He made his final request to us. To take him outside the city to the snow plains he'd always wanted to conquer. His figure gradually disappeared into the snow curtain. I've been telling myself that Vash is dead ever since. Forgive me. I'm not good at telling stories. Vash was a terrible brother and a worse doctor. That's all you need to know. Let's call it a day. Thank you for cleaning up the mess my brother left behind. Here, for your trouble.
Poggers. What do we got on the... no. Not one of them. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Something poggers, this way comes.
Well, my friends, are you ready to head out? Wonderful. Remember to bring enough food and drink.
Whatever, shut up. Oh, there she is.
Mother, I have returned.
Oh, this is gonna get...
I thought I'd lost you. Where were you? Are you hurt? I'll fetch...
No, there's no need. I don't want to see Sebas right now. Sorry, Mother. I'm fine, really. I just got into a few skirmishes.
The underworld. Oh, I see. In that case, report everything you saw. Commander, Bronya.
After the failed pursuit at Backwater Pass, the wanted outsiders and I were somehow taken to the underworld. Because of the difficult situation we were in, we formed a temporary alliance to help the residents of the underworld resolve a few issues of survival. We also defeated an ancient robot known as Svarog and learned some truths about the Stellaron.
Oop.
I'm listening. Go on.
Madame Cocolia, it is my firm belief that the visitors from beyond the sky are not the villains we had imagined before. I witnessed them take up arms in the name of justice and risk their lives for the sake of others. I can also ascertain that they did come for the Stellaron, but only to relieve the disaster it has... Mother, you've always known the truth of the Stellaron, haven't you?
Layla is on pasta.
The responsibility of bearing that truth will fall upon me one day. Such is the burden of being Guardian, to carry these secrets for eternity. I ask you to forgive my kindness. I believe that the order to dispatch the outsiders was a mistake. To solve the problems brought on by the Stellaron, the architects waited hundreds of years. And those outsiders may be the... What?
Arrogant. Ignorant. Oh, you disappoint me, Bronya. You merely glimpsed the tip of the iceberg. And now you think you know everything. Guards!
They are not scum. My entire life. Everything you ever kept from me. I remember it clearly now. This time I am standing my ground, Madam Guardian. And please, stop dismissing me with vague excuses. Tell me what you have seen. What exactly it is you are hiding. Why do you send the Silvermane Guards to die in the Fragmentum? Why have you abandoned the people of the underworld? And why? Why did you have that sudden change of mind?
I see. I knew this moment would come sooner or later. I just didn't expect it would be so soon. You want to know why I gave those orders?
Yes. I am ready. Mother?
Then come with me, Bronya. It is time you heard it. The voice of this dying world.
Awkward.
We're finally back. I forgot what fresh air tasted like.
Oh, okay. What flavor is it?
Freedom. Cold. Mainly cold, actually. Let's go. Where's our next stop? We should find somewhere to put our feet up. As long as it's not Goethe Hotel again.
Classic unreliable Sampo. He probably guessed we'd ask where his hiding place was. No sooner are we back in the administrative district than he sneaks off.
The bro or the sis? If you're talking about Japard, Don Hung, what do you...
I think it'd be best to pay a visit to Sir
Yeah,
Valentines.
duh.
So, you think we should avoid Japard for the time being, right?
He's an elite officer of the Silvermane Guards. It wouldn't be easy to get to him. Besides, if he hasn't been persuaded by Bronya's letter...
Makes sense. Guess we better head over to Sir Val's workshop then?
But...
What's...
Nothing. It's just a little... new. The last time I was on the surface, I was still a child. I have no memory of any of this. The overworld. I'm okay. There are so many Silvermane guards on patrol. Is it usually like this?
no. I don't remember the security being this tight last time. It might have something to do with us. The Supreme Guardian has probably learned of our arrival already. Bronya.
Who is it? Shop's closed today. You'll have to come back. I remember. The three outsiders. Act natural and get inside. Don't get spotted.
Yeah.
All right, you'll be safe here.
Punk
The
rock.
workshop has pretty good soundproofing and barely anyone comes in. Just what crime did you commit exactly? They recalled a bunch of guards from the front line to track you down. It's unprecedented.
Oh, we...
Not yet. Bronya said we could trust you completely.
You mean to say you don't trust me completely? Good. That's smart of you. But you needn't worry. Cocolia and I aren't even on speaking terms. It was her that ejected me from the Architects. I refuse to stand with her. I don't believe you guys would do anything bad. And the Architects are gonna need conclusive and publicly available evidence for me to think otherwise. Besides, I know the Architects, and if they did have any evidence, they would have released it by now. I know Cocolia's style. Get everyone into a frenzy first. Most people in a frenzy don't stop to ponder the details.
She's so right.
You could say that. We were like sisters once, inseparable. Of course, that was all before she became the Supreme Guardian. These days, I just spend my time fixing things in this workshop and playing music. It's a pretty carefree existence.
Sounds lovely.
If I'm not careful, I'll start boring you all with sob stories from the past.
Oh my god, 413.
Let's get back to you guys. If long-lost Bronya told you to come here, you must have something important to tell me. You can trust me. I know our paths have only crossed once before, but my intuition tells me you guys are good people. And I've got good intuition, by the way.
I love her tattoo.
Ooh, I'm the best storyteller. Let me.
Sure, Mark.
Try not to embellish the facts.
So that's what's been happening.
Hell,
I wonder we
you
hadn't
can't
heard
say
from Bronya
that.
recently. After all these years in isolation and without a single word from below, this is what's become of the underworld? I believe you. There's no way you
I
could have
am
invented all those twists and turns. What's
an
more,
angel.
we have Miss Zila here as living proof. As for the Stellaron, I know why Bronya got you to find me.
Pizza. Yeah, I'll
I'm
eat some
still one
pizza
of the
for you.
architects working in the scientific research division. I was researching the Stellaron. I never thought I'd hear that word again after being expelled by the architects. Come on, I'll tell you everything. Only a very few people in Belobog know of the existence of the Stellaron. Those that do would never associate it with the Fragmentum or Eternal Freeze. But according to the data recorded in that robot, Sparrow, the architects found out the truth long ago. The research results were purposely hidden away to ensure that the outside world would never know of them.
Oh, she's so angry.
Just my luck. Out of all the research topics I could have chosen, I insisted on the Stellaron. It's clear now that anyone who wanted to get closer to the truth would have been expelled or abandoned. Maybe I should be thanking Cocolia. All she did was push me out. She could have decided to take a more permanent measure. I figured out that the Stellaron and the Fragmentum were linked, so I was already close to the truth. It's a shame that the architects ejected me before I could discover that the source of the Fragmentum was the Stellaron itself. Before I lost my position, I was applying for permission to survey the Stellaron directly. It was my research topic, but I'd never even set eyes on it. My research was all based on historical data and lab simulations. Not long after I submitted my preliminary report, report and application, I received my punishment. It was obvious that somebody didn't want my research to continue. Cocolia... It's been so many years since we last spoke. We were great friends once. There was nothing we wouldn't share. She became a completely different person when she took on the Supreme Guardianship. The convictions she once held, her enthusiasm, it was like they were drawn out of her by some mysterious force. She gave the order to expel me herself and refused to see me. I never understood that behavior, and I gave up trying to use logic to work it out a long time ago. Sometimes I even wonder whether she really did become a different person. Is that possible? Perhaps there's a single guardian consciousness that gets handed down from generation to generation, and the real Cocolia has already vanished. Is she being compelled by previous generations of guardians to make such baffling decisions? Who knows? But this might make for good songwriting material.
And make a killer song, yeah.
Japard? Not a chance. He's a decent guy, but also famously uncompromising. For my brother, orders are more important than anything. Even if you stuck Bronya's letter to his forehead, he wouldn't be swayed. You need to choose your words carefully if you want to persuade him of something. It might be best if I talk to him. Though, I'd need a strategy first. Yes. I never observed it directly, but I used lab simulations and outbound surveys to establish a rough location. According to the survey results, the Stellaron is likely to the north of Belobog, somewhere in the vast snow plains.
We must locate it as soon as possible. Ideally.
Not a problem. I was thinking the same thing. The area to the north of Belobog has been more or less swallowed up by the Fragmentum. If you want to get to the northern snow plains, you'll need to get past the Silvermane Guard restricted zone on the front lines first. Even if you get past the restricted zone in one piece, you'll have a whole heap of Fragmentum to deal with. Yes, that's where the main force of the Silvermane Guards is stationed. They've consolidated their position there in order to resist the encroaching Fragmentum.
Sounds like the three of us and Zila might not be enough. Why don't we go back?
I fear we may not have the time.
Hey, enough pessimism. Back in my official capacity days, I spent a lot of time in the north. I got to know the soldiers and officers on the front line very. This calls for brainwaves, not brawn waves. How about I take you over myself?
Really? Great! Phew. It's less scary if someone you know is leading the way.
I want to see the Stellaron too, you know. It was my research topic for over a decade. You don't get that many decades in life. That's settled then. There's no time to lose. We should head out as soon as you're ready.
Get him eventually. You just have to believe. It'll happen. You know it. Up.
Darn it! I forgot my. Find somewhere to hide. Quick! I'll handle him. didn't think you'd have...
Things are manageable. The latest wave of monster attacks has slowed. I'm back in the city to take care of a few matters, but I'll be back on the front line later. I thought I told you.
Ah! Oh, yes. That's right.
Sis, you look a bit pale. Did something happen?
No. Why would anything have happened?
You don't normally use my full name.
You said you hate it when I call you bro in public. Well, I agree. It'd sound better if I started using your full name. Right, Brosin?
You can call me whatever you like. Look, Serval, I'm here on official business today. There's something wrong with the barrier generator device, and the engineers in our unit don't...
Those guys can't think outside the box. Of course they can't wrap their heads around my design.
Sorry to trouble you.
Why are you being so polite? Oh, and why is the city under curfew all of a sudden? Has something happened?
I've been instructed to keep it quiet.
Lil Jeppy. So grown up now, looking down on his civilian sister.
What the heck?
Don't
kitty
say
cat?
that.
That was the
Forget it.
grossest meow she's
I
ever
don't tell you,
given.
Kayla will. Last night, Lady Bronya
Don't do it
appeared.
again.
She entered Klepoth Fort without saying anything to anyone. The Supreme Guardian is worried that the 3 intruders may have followed Bronya out of the Fragmentum and back into the administrative district. She issued a curfew for the entire city and ordered us to pursue and capture any suspicious individuals.
Ah, so that's how it is. No wonder I haven't heard from Bronya. Is she alright?
I'm not sure. She hasn't left Klepoth Fort. The Supreme Guardian just said she'd returned. Nothing more.
Well, I was sure worried about her. After she disappeared, Pela's workload doubled. She said she barely had time to go out.
She really does tell you everything. Oh, by the way, I left my Goethe Hotel limited edition flask behind last time I was here. Let me have a look for...
Wait!
What is it?
It's, right. You remember how you neglected all those flowers to death? I piled them up.
Seems like a strange reason not to take a look. Plus, am I supposed to believe you...
Am not? How dare you? What do you take your sister for?
Never mind. This is your space, and
Hey, wait a sec. Those
They're plotting to overthrow the architects and bring harm to the city.
Huh. Reminds me of the accusations against me.
Don't say that, Serval. I know that you're still nursing a grievance against the
You're telling me off again? Fine. Whatever, bro. You better be going. Come listen to Pela in my next rehearsal.
I will, if I have the time.
And then he never has the time.
The coast is clear. You can come out now.
Phew, I nearly suffocated. What kind of plot device was that?
I almost lost my cool when you went for his flask.
This is bad. Bronya's in danger. We have to go save her.
Attempting to storm Klepoth Fort by ourselves? Forget it, Zila. I don't care how skilled you are, I'm not sending you on a suicide mission. Rest assured, Cocolia may have changed over the years, but she never hurt Bronya. I'm certain of that.
You sound like Bronya herself. I don't get it. You guys are against Cocolia, and yet in some ways, you seem to trust her completely.
Didn't you hear him? He said he needs to take care of... Come on, let's go to the restricted zone. If we can get ahead of the curve and find the Stellaron, Cocolia will be out of options.
Is Bronya really safe?
You care about her, huh? You must have become close friends.
Uh-huh, sure.
Close is a bit much, but I made her a promise.
Relax. She's the strongest girl I've ever seen.
Oh, they've jacked up security all right. How How the heck?
Leave it to me.
This is a military base. Wait, isn't that...
Well, if it isn't Franz. Long time no see. You're still watching the entrance?
Well, you see, yeah, you haven't changed, Serval. Still nailing us to the wall. So, what brings you over here at this hour?
My brother said the restricted zone energy lines were malfunctioning. Told me it was urgent. These guys are my assistants. We need to overhaul.
I didn't hear anything about...
Oh, please. This is a technology division issue. Why would they tell you guys? Come on, let us in already.
No, that's, seeing as you're Captain Japard's sister... Okay, here are some temporary passes.
Thanks, Franz. I'll put in a good...
No, Captain Japard hates all that under-the-table stuff. I'd have a better chance if you don't mention me at all.
I'm aware that there are those among you who see the reserve units as a vacation. This is the restricted zone. The fragmentum before you conceals monster situation. Yes, sir.
Blah, 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 blah.
See,
Let's go.
that was easy.
You're Japard's sister, all right.
Do you see that
You're
mechanical
waving his name
gear
around.
bridge? When you cross over to the other side, you arrive at Hell on Earth. They do. The architects believe that Hell can exist on any world. A plight that will inevitably come to be without intervention. In the future, a terrible catastrophe will arrive. If, under Klapoth, the Preservation's guidance, we fail to construct a barrier, that catastrophe will sweep away the stars, plunging all worlds into Hell. That's the belief of the architects. But for us, Hell is an endless fragmentum, a few exhausted Silvermane guards, and the stench of death in the air. If we want to progress further north, we will need to cross that Hell. Are you ready?
Yeah, sure.
Exactly.
Let's go then. I helped set the underlying mechanisms for this type of gear bridge. It's controlled via different terminals in combination. Let's go find them.
Is Japard on frontline duty a lot?
Yes, but what made you ask that all of a sudden?
It's so dangerous. Don't you worry about him?
He's a Landau. Nope, this terminal's offline. So what's the look for another? Every platform linked to the gear bridge should have a similar terminal.
I never would have guessed that Japard and you were brother and sister.
I can't say I blame you. We're nothing alone. Darn! Can't activate it. It seems like someone severed the energy supply to the terminals.
I think I just got that email from that therapist. We are pogging and we are champing. Hey! This is a win.
Huh. You know, the more I think about it, the more it seems deliberate.
I knew you were peeping on my
Front line
screen.
on high alert, they must have rotated the bridge to make it impassable. Then they cut off the energy supply to the terminals to avoid accidental repositioning. Or that way, even if the front line were to collapse, the fragmentum monsters wouldn't be able to make it to the other side.
Rania was right. The Silvermane guards really are risking their lives to protect Belobog.
Just my conjecture, but I doubt it's far from the truth. My brother mentioned that they've had to use extreme measures to repel the fragmentum monsters. Let's press on. We can't activate either of these terminals, so let's look for the energy supply installation itself. That's it! The thing's shaped like a giant iron...
And it's behind it?
Its formal name is the Mechanism Energy Hub.
The
It's connected to all the energy lines.
Mech-
I would have thought it covers the entire restricted zone.
Good enough.
No wonder it's so heavily guarded.
One unit for everything? It's a disaster waiting to happen. We learned the hard way.
As long as we can gain access permissions to the hub, we can operate the gear bridge terminals. That's why I told them we were here for urgent maintenance. The frontline equipment needs servicing just as much as the rest.
So that's why you went for maintenance. Way to go, Serval. I thought you just came up with it on the spot.
Come on, let's see if that guard over there will let us pass.
Yo! Evening, soldier.
Are you the emergency engineers? I saw you guys.
Not yet. Everything looks normal so far. I think if you let us in, we can do a routine service inspection. I've worked on various iterations of this type of installation.
No. No can do. No one gets near the energy hub without the security captain's encryption key.
Not even the Supreme Guardian?
The Supreme Guardian? Hey, no games, you hear? No dice without the encryption key.
Darn, this guy's not stupid.
You
March,
need the encryption
you are.
key, right? Which captain should I bother then?
Captain Dunn's resting up ahead. Go and find him. If he grants you permission, I won't stand in your way.
Is that
Done? Why didn't you say so? No problem. We'll be back.
is that Brian David Gilbert? Is that Brian David Gilbert as a random guard in Honkai Star Rail? That sounds like Brian David Gilbert. My autism knows Brian David Gilbert. And that sounds like Brian David Gilbert.
Serval, this Dunn, do you know him?
You bet I do. We go way back. He's easy to talk to. Watch me. Hey, Dunn! It's been a while. I didn't know you made security captain.
Serval, it's been a long time. You're still so... You look good.
Allow me to introduce my assistants to you. They
She
help me
was the
take care
hot
of
girl in
business of the
school,
workshop.
obviously.
Everyone, this is Captain Dunn, an old friend of mine. He used to be an ace on the keys in the band.
Oh, you play rock and roll too? Cool.
Pleased to meet you.
Hello.
Oh, what's that weird smell?
Zachary, how many days has it been since you showered?
I showered right before my shift.
What did you say?
I
Unacceptable, especially...
It's not a big deal, Dunn. You know, if you get a chance, would you want to get on stage with us again? My keyboard guy is pretty good, but I still miss our military days playing in the band.
That was a long time ago, Serval. I haven't touched a keyboard in ages. Besides, I'm stationed here all year round. I'm afraid I don't get many chances to return to the city, though I don't stand on ceremony. How may I assist you? If everything's in order, you'd better head...
I've checked the lines. There don't seem to be any major problems. The guard over there said that I needed an encryption key to open the gate. Can you help me out? Anything wrong, Dunn?
Sorry, Serval, but can you tell me what Captain Japard told you?
Huh? Oh, let me think.
And may I ask, when?
This morning?
Huh. Captain Japard just returned.
Huh?
Haven't changed, Serval. These people you've brought, they're... Serval, it's not that I don't want to help you, but you should remember that I'm a Belobog Silvermane guard. How about this? You can leave, and I won't tell anyone about this.
There goes the...
brought you guys here, and I'm standing with you till the end. Done, this concerns the fate of Belobog. No, the fate of our whole world. Please, don't stand in our way.
Serval! We used to rehearse together every day. You must understand.
Get fucked.
My rock and roll soul.
Oh god.
Hold the dignity of a soldier.
That is very anti-rock and roll of you, actually. Meow.
Thanks for the support.
Hide.
Barely felt.
Stay close. Not a step back.
Ready for another?
The
Enemy data
baby is
secure.
awake.
Net markers activated. Time
And
for a good old
outside.
counterattack.
In the
Time
living
for a
room.
shot.
Oh my gosh, your hair is so cute. It dried so curly. Eating you.
That's better. Thanks for the
Time
support.
for an overhaul.
Nom, nom, nom.
Just in time. Just a little something. Think nothing of it.
Why do you hate me? Ah!
I need to be brave.
Hollow's frog pogging. Now he's you pogging.
Annihilate.
I want to protect everyone too. Help me, Mr. Sora.
By the way, it says I've been streaming for 58 minutes with the last. I've been streaming for an hour and 58 minutes.
We have the upper hand.
Yeah, the Wi-Fi died. So, there won't necessarily.
Perhaps you still don't understand. Humanity never
But I
conceals
fixed
its
it.
desire to control the heavens, and I'm no exception. Now, I have something for.
I'm not afraid of you.
Stay close. Not a step back.
Thanks.
Time for an overhaul.
I'll never forget you. I need to be brave.
Hide.
I want to protect everyone too. Help me, Mr. Sora. Ready for another?
Lol. Get wrecked.
Oh. Why?
Cause you're
Sorry,
dumb.
Time for a little nap.
He's just unconscious.
You're
Don't worry.
done for.
Stubborn fool. Strong, though. Wildfire lacks people like him.
Got it. The encryption key. Quick, before we attract attention, let's...
I think we attracted attention.
Oh?
That's the enemy
What do you mean?
attack alarm. Every Silvermane guard in the reserve zone just became our enemy.
Yeah. Must
We've
be
made it up
Deus.
till now. I could lose an arm and a leg for all I care. I have to lay eyes on the Stellaron.
I
Quick, back to the energy
love
supply hub.
intellectual fervor.
Anyone that tries to stop us is gonna find out a thing or two.
Woo!
If I'd known he had the encryption key from the start, I could have snuck in and taken it off him myself.
Commencing enemy data secure. Network is activated. Time for a good old counterattack.
That'll take more than medicine.
I have something for you.
You won't get away. Ready for another?
Perhaps you still don't. Humanity never conceals its desire to control the heavens, and I'm no exception.
Naughty child.
Nap time.
Time for an overhaul.
I'm not afraid.
Eliminating threat.
targets to...
Time for a shot. I have something for you.
Commencing support. Ready for another?
That's better.
Enemy targets detected.
That'll take more nap time.
Time for an over.
Eliminating threat.
Commencing support.
Just a little something. Think nothing of it.
Wee! I'll never forget you.
Naughty Chuck. I have some.
I need to... Enemy data secure. Net markers activated. Time for a good old counterattack.
Perhaps you still don't understand. Humanity never conceals its desire to control the heavens, and I'm no exception.
I hope I helped.
Nice. Gotta smash.
Couldn't take caution. Last warning.
Damn it. Owie.
I want to protect everyone too.
Should have pressed that sooner, but whatever.
Are you alright? Is it command?
That'll take more than medicine.
Much obliged. I'm not afraid of you.
Get him. Yeah.
I hope I helped.
Bam.
You won't get away.
Moon cough cameo. Yep.
The upper hand.
Listen.
Ready for another?
She makes all my things. She's allowed to cough on my stream. You know? You make all my things for free. You can do a little cough.
Naughty child. I have something for you.
Dang it. Just for that.
Perhaps you still don't understand. Humanity never conceals its desire to control the heavens, and I'm no exception.
Enemy data secure.
Yeah.
Net markers activated. Time for a good old counterattack. You won't get away.
We cough on each other's stream as a show of affection.
Just a little something. Think nothing of it.
Thanks for the support.
Get wrecked.
Nap time.
Oops.
I need to be brave.
Hide.
Oh, well, down she goes.
Time for a shot.
And that's why you don't accidentally miss your.
Enemy data secured. Net markers activated. Time for a good old counterattack.
One
Then your
step
main dies,
closer
and
to
now
the
you need to
stars.
rush back to anything that can heal you. Where? Right there. Kill me. Thank you. Okay, we Gucci. We good. We good. We good. Run, run, run. I hate that when you're in a safe zone, it lets you run continuously. There we go. That's fine. There we go. Is it just how I press run?
We're in.
I always think it's canceling the run, but maybe it's me pressing the shift button repeatedly. I have no clue which comes first, chicken or egg.
Give me some time. Who designed this operating system? It's so unintuitive.
I thought it was her.
Emergency fire evacuation system? Not that. Rock and roll dance floor atmosphere mode? Who the heck added that? And they used one of my songs!
Haha.
Your bridge control terminal. Still found it.
Scientists have found that the chicken came
reset
first.
the energy system.
Oh, yay.
Let's go and operate the gear bridge terminal.
Serval, won't more Silvermane guards be
And
waiting for
scientists
us
have
on the
found
other
that
side
I
of the gear
was
bridge?
pressing shift repeatedly.
Yep.
Then what's our plan?
And that was the problem.
Well, either we reason with them or...
Careful. There's a big guy up ahead.
There's no other way. We'll have to fight.
Let's go.
If we can beat Svarog, we can beat this.
Yeah. I can beat Tumby Wumby. Let's go.
Do we still have the upper hand?
Yep.
Naughty child.
Please.
Thanks for the
I have
support.
something for you.
I need to be brave. Enemy targets detected.
Just
Time
get
for
it
a shot.
started.
Oh, she's dead. Damn.
That's better.
Thanks. I'll never forget
Just a little something.
I didn't notice. Wow.
Thanks. I'll never forget
That happened
you.
so fast.
Eliminating threat.
Oh,
Stay back,
jeez.
Clara.
Commencing support. Enemy data secure. Net markers activate. Time for a good old counterattack. Thanks.
Stay back, Clara.
I want to protect everyone too. Help me, Mr. Svarog.
Naughty child.
Yeah, I just don't have
That's better.
the people in my party. Okay, get rid of those. So,
Eliminating threat.
Just a little something. Think nothing of it.
Thanks for
thank
the
you,
support.
Natasha.
Is your command.
Time for a shot. Nap time.
Enemy data secure. Net markers activate. Time for a good old counterattack.
That'll take more than medicine.
Thanks. I'll never forget you. I'm not afraid of you.
Eliminating threat.
I'm so afraid of you.
Just a little something. Think nothing of it.
Thanks for the support. I want to protect everyone too. Help me, Mr. Svarog.
Come on.
I'm afraid. I need to be brave.
Eliminating threat. Stay back, Clara.
I want to protect everyone too. Help me, Mr. Svarog. I'm not afraid of you.
Hide.
Is everyone okay?
Damn. That hurt. You got something to say? Oh. Help me. Oh, Bob. What kind of suck?
Himiko.
Oh.
You can leave